Y'all are not going to believe this. I had my first experience with the automated order taking. And of all places, I never expected this. It was at Five Guys. Did y'all
So,
know
like,
this
What
was
do you mean?
available?
Is
Like,
it
what do you
How does it
mean?
work? How does it
Well,
work?
I didn't. All right, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was getting into. I'm driving home and I want to get something from Five Guys, and so I've got the app on my phone, but I'm driving down the road, and so I can't do it on the phone. So I just said, call Five Guys, and so the phone calls Five Guys, and I'm thinking they're going to answer, and so this automated voice comes on and said, "Hello, would you like to order something?" And I said, "Yeah," and it says, "I see that you've called our restaurant before. Would you like to duplicate the last order that you had, which was a small bacon burger and Cajun fries and a drink?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Okay, start your order." And I
Lamar,
said,
was it uncomfortable being confronted like that with your past sins? Because uncomfortable for me.
see, for you, that's a sin. For me, it's a lifestyle. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's dinner. And I said, no. And she said, well, what would you like? And I said, I want a hot dog. And she said, what type of hot dog? And I said, a bacon hot dog. And she said, what do you want on it? And I said, well, I mean, they'll put bacon on hot dogs. I'm on. And I said, mustard and mayonnaise. She said, would you like anything else on it? Well, they don't have chili and they don't have slaw, so there's really nothing else to do. And I said, nope, that's it. And she said, would you like fries? I said, yeah, give me a small Cajun fry. And she said, would you like a milkshake with that? Now, this is an automated computer voice that is trying to upsell me. The suggestive
Upsell you.
selling. They've already got that
Yeah.
program. They've got it programmed.
Right.
Well, they figured thus far you've given up. You might as well go all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just hoping you have enough money to cover it all at Five Guys.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I didn't get a drink because I had my unsweetened tea in the car with me. So that's what
you're
balances
going
it
all
off.
health on us now, huh?
I got my unsweetened
That's so
tea in the car.
sanctimonious, Lamar.
Yeah, right. God.
But Bob, when you're adding bacon and mayonnaise to a hot dog, you have to balance it out somehow.
Oh yeah, and unsweetened tea that does it. That's all you need to do.
It's a scale.
Yeah.
It is a scale, and I like to keep my scale even.
Right.
So she said, would you like to pay for this at the restaurant or now? She said, I have your card on file.
Wow.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. And
Wow.
I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and pay for it. I said, yeah, let's just do it now. And she said, when would you like to pick this up? I said, immediately. And she said, your order will be ready at 8:59. And I looked down at my watch and it was about 10 till 9. And I was about that far away. So I pulled up and I walked in and she said, let us know when you get here. Then we will start your fries. Because they don't do your fries too early. That's the last thing they do. So
Yeah.
I rolled up in there and bam, bam, bam. It was ready.
it
to go.
worked. And it
The
worked. That's
service.
amazing.
The service.
It
I'm,
worked.
I'm a,
But
are
I
you not a
must
little
say-
concerned about a credit card being handled by a fast food corporation, though? I mean,
Why
That's
would
just-
that be any
What?
different from Amazon?
Amazon.
Well, I mean, they're
it's
saving it.
everybody. Everybody's
hey, Bob.
got it.
Bob, I'm not worried about his credit card. He's eating a hot dog with mayonnaise and bacon on it and Cajun fries at 9 o'clock at night.
That's what I was surprised that you didn't.
Yeah,
See,
but
'cause
there's
here's-
no sugar in the tea. There's no sugar
Here's
in the
the thing.
tea.
Here's
The
the
tea
thing.
is good for you.
If
It's
something
unsweetened
happens
tea.
to his credit card, we can lock the account and figure it out.
Sign up for our newsletter. We never spam you.
Never did.
Get Bob and Sheri exclusives. Just go to bobandsheri.com.
Driving to the desert to go visit my mom for the 4th of July weekend, and I'm bringing Karamia and her friend Elizabeth, and it's the first time Karamia's been to Utah since she was about 6, and the first time Elizabeth's ever been to the desert. And
Oh, that's exciting.
Here's partly why I woke up so excited. One, because I love that part of the world. I'm a desert reptile, and my mom needs a visit, and she just had, I told you guys, like her retina detached. Like she's just had a wild couple of months. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her and taking the girls into Snow Canyon and Bryce Canyon. But here's why I'm really psyched, because most of the time I do not learn. I do not learn from experience. And that's why I keep making the same mistakes over and over again. But the last time I flew into Vegas late at night and landed at the airport and went to the rental car place, there was only one employee handling all of the rental cars for all of the different rental car companies. One employee. And the line wrapped around and out and almost outside of the building, and people were losing their minds. One couple was escorted away by security. They threw such a temper tantrum that the one rental car agent at Harry Reid Airport announced, "Not today," and picked up the phone. And the next thing you knew, here comes security hauling this man and woman and their luggage away. Like it was something. I was on that trip. I had Brittany, my niece Brittany, and my daughter Olivia with me, and they were sitting outside playing on their phones and wondering why it took me over an hour to get the rental car. So I remembered that. I wish that I remembered like other mistakes as vividly as I remembered the rental car situation in Vegas at 11 p.m. Pacific time. So here's what I did. I have to rent a car. My 81-year-old mother does not like to drive at night, especially with her detached retina, and she can't be driving down to pick me up. I got to rent a car. So I signed up for the Hertz. I don't even know what it's called. The one
Super
where
duper.
you get off the plane and you walk to the parking lot where all the Hertz rental cars are, and you get in one and drive away. I had to sign up for the Hertz app. I'll tell you why they call it Hertz, because it do.
It does.
I had to get the Hertz app. I had to create a member profile. Then the password had to be reset a gazillion times. And then they were like, "You already have a profile." And I was like, "I know, Hertz. I just set one 30 seconds ago. You denied it." So it took me, I jumped through so many digital hoops. But when I land at 11 o'clock Pacific time, which I will remind you all is about 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So I'm fried because I've been up working and not sleeping. And I am going to walk out of that jetway and I'm going to head toward the sign that says ground transportation. And I'm going to walk directly to the parking lot where the Hertz cars are. And I'm going to get in one and drive away. And it's going to take me about an hour and 15 minutes less than it took last time. For once,
So how does it work? You get your car, you pick your car, and then you give your name or show your driver's license, and they have you in their system so that they know that you're not stealing the car. Is that how that works?
You upload your driver's license. You upload a picture of it, and it do hurt because there are so many steps that they put you through, and the app is wonky and the website's janky, and it's just a mess. But when you get there, they tell you'll get a notification on your phone, and it will say to me, "Any car in row B," or whatever. And I will just walk down that row and pick one that looks cute and drive away. This is, other people who travel a lot already have this, and they're like, "Girl, what took you so long?" Because every time I do it, I say, "Oh, next time I'm doing that. Next time I'm doing that," and I forget.
Right.
But the Vegas experience of watching that couple get arrested for being nasty to the rental car employee, that left a mark.
Leave us a talk back with the free Bob and Sheri app.
I have to apologize to Lamar and give him a chance because Max pointed out to me that I've typecast you, Lamar. And here's what happened. So we, in our True Weird Stuff podcast, which has new episodes every Friday, and you can check it out on Apple or Spotify, YouTube, bobandsheri.com, trueweirdstuff.com. It's a weekly podcast, and all the stories are true, and they all have like a weird or bizarre twist. And I try to write them for voice parts so that other people can jump in and be the characters in these true stories and tell the stories. And because of Lamar's accent, I look for characters that Lamar can voice. Like in our Georgia Guidestones episode, he played, he played an Elberton man. And I've got an episode coming up where I have a real Southern lion trainer in a circus. And I was like, this is going to be perfect for you, Lamar, because Lamar's a very good actor. And Max was like, you're typecasting him. He can probably do characters that aren't Southern. And that made me realize we have never once heard Lamar try any other accent. Can you do a Yankee accent of any kind? Midwestern, New York, Boston, Philly, anything. Can you do any other accent?
Forget about it. You moot. Sit down and get a cup of coffee.
Every Southerner immediately goes to New Jersey with that and says stuff like "use guys." Nobody's ever used "use guys" before. Really,
I have to say, until you just did that, I had never pictured Foghorn Leghorn in The Sopranos, but now I can.
I say, boy, I say.
But you can do like a really flat accent, right?
Can you be neutral?
Like a neutral kind of an accent, right?
like a Midwestern.
Well, I can certainly talk about my friends in their math class and taking some physical stuff. Yes, I can do that. It's not a problem.
That's perfect.
It's
well
pretty
done.
good. It's close.
That's pretty
It's
good.
close.
Yeah.
You know, Lamar, if you're a movie critic, so you watch a lot of movies, so you know that the Southern accent is actually really difficult. And when actors who are not native
butchered
Southerners,
over and over and over.
Oh.
It is butchered.
It is.
It is just
It makes-
butchered.
it makes Kevin crazy. We'll be watching something and he'll be like, whoa, well, I say, son. It's all that Foghorn Leghorn or Gone with the Wind stuff.
The
So,
Man
Bob,
in
can
Full
you-
with what's his name? He did Man in Full. It was horrendous.
Awful.
It really was. Yeah, it was.
Can you
Well,
do
you
a
could go
Southern
back to
accent, Bob?
1950s movies like classic movies with people like Elizabeth Taylor, and the accents are so exaggerated that it's a joke. Can I do one?
a Southern accent that isn't Foghorn Leghorn, that isn't exaggerated?
I can do a certain type, I think, of Southern accent, and it's a Southern accent of a male with some money. And I channeled this one guy that I know. His name is Richard. Bob, I certainly have enjoyed playing golf with you over the years, and I want us to be able to stay friends. And I am going to be moving, but I don't want to lose track with you, because you have been a very interesting man for me to be around.
That is pretty good. I mean, I
That
know
is
some of
pretty
these
good.
guys, and you
No,
sound like them.
no. I want to ask Lamar if that's good. I slipped up for a second.
That is,
there, but
at first I thought it might be, but no, it is good, because the veterinarian that Alex used to work for, he was saying, "Has somebody got a quarter? If you got a quarter, I will give me 2 quarters. Everything was a quarter." Yeah.
Bob and Sheri books, swag, and the mother of all mothers merch. Just hit shop at bobandsheri.com.
So I take Finn for a walk twice a day, and in one of the routes, there's a woman. I think that she's a widow, and she has these two little yappy dogs. I don't know what they are, and I'm not against yappy dogs, but these 2 dogs see
Sounds like
Finn and
you
me,
are.
and they go out of their mind. I'm walking, and Finn wants to go down by his street, and I'm walking, and here she comes out of her house, and the dogs go along, and all of a sudden it's like, they go nuts on Finn. And now they're pulling her, and she's older, and she's not having a tough time walking. And it is such a misery. So now I have to check. I get anxiety if I go on this route. Is she going to come out of her house? Are they going to go nuts? Is she going to be tripped up and it's Finn and my fault? Those dogs.
Listen, you haven't had an experience with a dog like the one Lamar and I had just recently. So
What do you mean?
We had gone to this conference in Phoenix, and the conference organizers, they had it at this place called the Arizona Biltmore, which was, I'm really glad that we went, because there's no way that either one of us is ever going to stay at the Arizona Biltmore on somebody else's dime. because it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. Like, it's ridiculous, okay? But it was really, really beautiful. It is a rich people hotel. And you know that because everything is a fortune. Like, you can't get a drink for under $28 in this place, right? Everything was wild. And so Lamar and I get there, and we're in the lobby, and we're waiting for a meeting to start. So we're just kind of chilling in the lobby waiting for this meeting to start. And the doors open up, and in comes this couple, and they're older. They look like Thurston and Lovey Howe from Gilligan's Island. He's dressed in the standard uniform of every old rich white, the khakis, the white golf shirt, the blue blazer, the boat shoes, and she's
wow.
She's
Listen,
been
Sheri
tanned.
feels about white rich guys like you do, yappy dogs.
Yeah.
It sounds
I was like,
like
I'm like, Lamar, look at this. So, and then she's wearing the lime green Lily Pulitzer shift and the overpriced little Gucci shoes. And she's been tanned to the point where if I tufted her, I could use her as an ottoman. Okay. And trailing them at the end of a leash is a dog. But like, we've never seen a dog like this. It's small, it's matted, it's filthy. Lamar, how would you describe its hair?
There was not two hairs going in the same direction. I don't know how it was like. It was like if you plugged it into an electrical socket and all the hair just went.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. Oh my God! Oh God! And he had that look. He had the look of that sound. Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah. And so here comes, and the people are looking ahead. They're sailing through the lobby like two majestic schooners. And this dog is looking around, and then it spots me and Lamar, and it lasers in on us with its crazy little beady eyes. And the dog looks at Lamar, and the dog is like, hey, you ain't nothing. I live like this every day.
Every day.
You redneck,
man.
you don't belong here. And so Lamar and I are like, can you believe this dog? Look at this dog, Lamar, look at this dog. And Lamar's like, that's an arrogant dog, man. That is one arrogant dog. Then, okay, the people disappear. And why would we ever see them again? Sure enough, we're in the lobby to leave.
Here they go.
And here comes the two people and the dog. And the dog goes prancing past us and then whips its head around and lasers in on us again and cocks its head at Lamar like, hey, fat man. Hey, fat man.